Can XRP go to $50 as everyone is saying? In this video, we're going to be having a look right here, the total market cap currently having a change of structure. We're going to be having a look at Bitcoin, the Bitcoin dominance, altcoin season, and we're going to be talking about XRP and this chart. So if you guys do like this video, don't forget to smash that subscribe button for more. What is up, guys? My name is Ari, and in this video, we're going to be having a look at XRP. You guys can see currently sitting at $2.24. Market cap sitting at $132 billion. 24-hour traded volume is sitting at $2.8 billion. XRP is consolidating right here on the monthly time frame. And in the past 7 days, XRP has been seeing some green. If we have a look right here in the 3-month time frame, XRP is still consolidating on the bigger time frame. On the 1-year time frame, we know that XRP did thrive and exploded all the way from a $28 billion market cap to as high as $132 billion. And the big question is, can XRP really go to $50? Well, yes and no. The circling supply of XRP is currently sitting at 59 billion tokens. That means that in order for XRP to go to $50, the market would have to be $3 trillion. If we have a look right here at CoinGecko, can XRP go to the market cap of Bitcoin or even above? I don't know. I don't think so. It's going to be very, very tough for XRP to do that. Now, how can XRP can go to $50 is by cutting the supply, which I don't see it happening anytime soon, and it's probably won't happen. But I do want to have a look at this chart, and I do want to explain to you guys this chart right here, because this is a total crypto market cap chart, and we know that this means a lot. So not only did we have a break of structure right here, as you guys can see, we fell below this local low, which is obviously a bearish trend. So it looks like the total market cap, that's including Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, USDT, is currently falling down. And if we have a look right here at Bitcoin, you guys can see that Bitcoin is actually still holding this level right here. So what's interesting about what's going to happen in the near future is that Bitcoin can essentially start to go up and altcoins could start to bleed on the total. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see what happens right here. We're going to need to keep an eye on the Bitcoin dominance. You guys can see the Bitcoin dominance is currently up 0.24%, which means that more money is flowing into Bitcoin. And of course, more people are selling altcoins. Hence why you guys can see that altcoins, I don't want to say they're bleeding, but they are bleeding anywhere between 1 to 5 to even 7%, while Bitcoin is barely down. So when we saw that pump from Bitcoin right here, altcoins didn't do much. I mean, we saw maybe an 8% pump when Bitcoin was pumping like what, 4 to 5%, and altcoins only pump like 7, maybe 10%. And Ethereum did pretty well. But when Bitcoin pumps like that, especially in an altcoin season, you want to see at least triple or quadruple. You don't want to see the same thing happening, because the same time Bitcoin will start to reverse, altcoin will reverse. Hence why you are seeing right now that the total market cap is coming down and the Bitcoin dominance is currently going up. Now, before I have a look at the XRP chart, we need to have a look at how the altcoin season works. Okay, the altcoin season right now, in order for us to have an altcoin season, we need to see the Bitcoin dominance reach 72%. Okay, why 72%? Well, you guys can see that the local highs for an altcoin season was 72%. We had it 3 times. Okay, this was a massive altcoin rally, and this was the altcoin season, and this was the altcoin season. So everything that you see in blue right here is altcoin season. Everything that you see in orange is pretty much Bitcoin season. So in order for us to essentially see an altcoin season, in my opinion, we're most likely going to need to do something like that, and then something like that all the way down in order for us to see an altcoin season. By the way, guys, something that you need to understand is that ETFs, okay? There's Bitcoin ETFs, and most of the money will be flowing into Bitcoin. Most of the money will be flowing into something that's secure, especially when interest rates are high. In order for us to see an altcoin season, we need to see low interest rate. So what happened right here in 2019? We saw extreme low interest rate, hence why we saw the altcoin season chart absolutely exploding, right? As soon as we cut down interest rate to 0, what happened during COVID? Boom, 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 boom. Interest rates started coming down. Right here in 2020, I believe in May, March, April, right here, that's when interest rates started coming down to, you know, close to 0. And that's when we saw the massive altcoin season. People were like, you know what? Interest rates are low. We're going to gamble. Why not? I mean, we could take loans. They're paying us to borrow money. And that's what's happening. So people are like, you know what? We're going to gamble. And then there was a lot of hype. Retail came in. Big whales and institutions pretty much took profit. And then what happened again is that they pretty much played it again. And then retail came in, pushed it up to an all-time high to 94. What happens when interest rates start going back up? Boom, Bitcoin season happened. The FTX crash happened. The Luna crisis happened. Everything started happening. Interest rates starting to go up. And then, of course, inflation started to go up with the Biden administration, interest rate, and then, of course, the altcoin season started coming down. And you guys can see right here that we're still sitting very, very, very low in terms of an altcoin season. Why is that? Well, interest rates are still very, very high. Until we see interest rate coming lower, we're not going to see this thing flying, in my opinion. People are not going to gamble. People are not going to risk. People want to put their money in a safe haven asset. And you might be wondering, oh, but the Bitcoin chart, Bitcoin is not safe haven. Yeah, it is. Bitcoin is literally like the digital gold. Hence why we are seeing gold absolutely exploding. I mean, if you have a look right here at the chart, you guys can see that gold is currently up at 3,300, right? And this thing has been literally absolutely exploding in the past. Like, look at this. This thing is only green, and that's since interest rate came up, right? COVID happened, obviously, right here. COVID happened. We were consolidating. Everyone's like, you know what? There's no point in putting our money in gold. As soon as interest rates started to go up again, up, inflation up, boom, boom, boom. This thing kept on pumping and pumping and pumping and pumping and pumping. So this does matter, guys. You know, gold, Bitcoin, obviously, these are two safe assets. Worth trillions of dollars. No one is going to put their money in assets that are worth, you know, hundreds of millions of dollars. It just does not make sense. Anything can take a turnaround very, very fast. Now, this is also why the Bitcoin pump or the Bitcoin season has been taking longer than usual. Now, we know Bitcoin season is very, very fast. Now, why is this pump very, very slow and very steady? Is because interest rates still have not come down, guys. 0% interest rate have come down. They're still steady at 4.5%. Inflation is still very, very high. Hence why we are seeing that. So that's what's happening right now for the Bitcoin dominance. Having a look right here, XRP overall is looking good. We did have that crossover and that bullish momentum on XRP right here, which is looking pretty darn great in my opinion. And of course, we are seeing a breakout right here on the daily time frame. Now, the big question is, are we going to have another retest before coming to the upside? By the way, guys, today is 4th of July, so happy 4th of July, obviously, for those who are in America. Hence why we are seeing a little bit of a pullback right now. And I did call it in my Discord, guys. We are absolutely printing on my Discord. As you guys can see, we're making money. Obviously, we got Ethereum Classic short, ADA Cardano long, and a Tron long. So if you guys do want to be part of my Discord, make sure you guys join the link in the description below. The signals are free. Just join, ask around, ask the general chat. Make sure you verify, and pretty much that's about it. So if we have a look right here at some of the order block, you guys can see that XRP is having a little bit of difficulty to break this order block right here. We have a massive, massive order block sitting at 991 million. I don't know if this is dollars. I'm pretty sure this is XRP, which is even higher than pretty much the dollar amount. But you guys can see we got rejected right here. We got a wick right here. And this is a daily time frame, keep in mind. And we got 2 to 3 wicks right here. And pretty much that's about it. So this was a massive, massive, massive order block. If XRP manages to break this order block, obviously, that's going to be a straight move to $3 and pretty much all-time highs, in my opinion, because this order block right here is very, very small for XRP. Now, diving in and having a look right here on Ethereum. Ethereum on the 30-minute time frame did successfully come back down and retest the 2,520 level, which was this support region, which flipped into a support, which was previously a resistance. So you guys can see right here, this was previously a resistance. We did have a change of structure right here, which called for a quick short. And of course, now we are bouncing back up. So this technically is also another sort of an order book or an order block right here, which is looking pretty good. Now, the big question is this just a dead cat bounce? Are we going to come back down and retest this order block? Or are we going to essentially retest right here? We're going to have to see what happens during the weekend. The weekend will be quite interesting in my opinion. And, you know, pretty much that's about it. The weekend is going to be slow, guys. 4th of July, everything's closed today. Everything's closed tomorrow. Everything's closed pretty much until Monday afternoon or Monday morning, depending on where you are on the world. Overall, the crypto market is pretty bloody. I'm hoping for, or not hoping, but I'm expecting a very, very boring weekend this weekend. Of course, anything can happen in crypto. We're going to have to see what happens. We're going to have to keep an eye on the CME gaps as well. And pretty much that's about it. I will be keeping these trades open for now, and I will be updating my, my Discord. The link is in the description below. But our Tron, guys, we already closed over 2,181 USDT, obviously. So things are looking pretty good. We have only $1,700 left in margin, currently up 346 up unrealized PNL. So this is a free trade. So even if we lose $1,000, we're still going to be in profit for Tron. ADA Cardano, we're down. And of course, Ethereum Classic, we're down. If you guys like this video, of course, don't forget to smash that subscribe button, leave a like, turn the notification bells on so you guys never miss a video.